Hey everyone, welcome back to edquest MLOps series. In last session, we cooked up a storm with the burger restaurant analogy to understand Kubernetes architecture. Now it's time to open your very own kitchen. Today we will set up a real Kubernetes cluster on our local VM using kubeadm. So let's begin. Initializing a Kubernetes cluster. What we are setting up with the script: installing Kubernetes component like kubectl, kubelet, kubeadm, initializing the cluster with kubeadm, setting up network CNI using Calico, joining worker nodes. Currently we have a single node. So let's jump into the script. In this we are using Kubernetes 1.32.1. We set a pod CIDR that will be used at the time of kubeadm initialization. In the first step, we will disable the swap memory. Then we will install some prerequisite packages from the Ubuntu. We will set up the kernel parameters. We will set up the IP tables. We will configure these IP tables, installing containerd that will be used for the Kubernetes to run up the pod. We will configure the containerd as a systemd cgroup driver, in which this containerd will be configured for the Kubernetes to get as a CRI. Here we will install Kubernetes components. We will set the repository packages. We will update the repo. We will install the Kubernetes components, that is kubelet, kubeadm and kubectl. We will hold these kubelet, kubectl and kubeadm to do not get upgraded automatically. Then we will initialize with kubeadm with the same version, and we will give the pod network CIDR. Then we will create the directory to work the Kubernetes as a root node. Then we will install the networking CNI. In this case we are using the Calico. Then we will untaint the node so that our pods can be scheduled on that node. Then we will get the information of the nodes. So let's execute this script on our local server. I have a local VM running on my network. So let's go into the directory. I have created a script that is the same I have shown you earlier. I will give you insight of this script. You can see this is the same script which I have showed you earlier in the VS Code. So now let's execute the script. Setup kts.sh. Okay, so exiting line 11. Let's check what is inside the line 11. So nu line 11. Okay, so it is saying we have to give sudo. So okay, so we need to give sudo everywhere, or what we can do, we can execute this script via root only. I will update the script so that you can execute via a non-root user as well, but let's execute this script once again. So /. Currently I'm running this script as a root user, so it will execute now. Fine. I will pause the video and come back when the script is done. And boom, you've just set up your very first Kubernetes cluster like a pro. So as you can see from step 7, initialization Kubernetes control point, this is where the kubeadm init starts executing. So it setups the cluster all along with the creating of a directories. After that you have to configure the CNI. Before using the CNI, you can see here the kubeadm joins the worker node. So currently we have the single node cluster, so it joins the same node, or you can say the same machine as a worker node. So we have a single node cluster. So master and slave will be working on the same machine. If you want to join the multiple of the worker nodes, you have to use this kubeadm join command. Then we are configuring kubectl access. We are installing the Calico CNI for the networking part. Then after the installing the Calico CNI, you can see we are getting the node name edquest ready control plane 66 seconds ago, and it is showing the complete information of the node. You can check via kubectl get po -a. It shows all the components of Kubernetes which we have earlier learned in the architecture. There is a etcd database, kube api server, kube controller manager, kube proxy, kube scheduler, and there is another networking path which is required to communicate the pods, services, deployments, etc. So in the next session, we will deploy an actual ML model on your new cluster using Kubernetes resources like pods, deployments, and services. This is where fun really begins. So stay tuned and let's start serving some machine learning burgers. So see you in the next one.